Yeah, hi everyone. Just letting you have a quick look at this is a Rolls-Royce 1979. It's the RR363 type unit with the .3 brake fluid. This is quite common when it comes to this sort of problems in these years. What happens is, as you can see, everything's a bit corroded around the lid, and basically it gives you lifting the lid, taking the bolts out. You can see that the brake fluid inside here has all gone really sort of jellified. Okay, and then what we've done is we've lifted this, taken the gauze mat off that has to be replaced. Now with the syringe, I've removed the brake fluid from the systems too. But this is what I've got to explain to people is, if you have a look at when I do this, this is the mark that you'll find just off the sidewalls. This is before taking the top plates off. This is the mark, and I'll do it again. I'll scrape this front one. It's the fluid is hydroscopic, and what it does is it picks up all the rubbish and moisture and water, and it turns it into jelly. Now this is also throughout the brake pumps. This is going to be in the braking systems, in the valves, in the leveling valves. It's going to be in the brake system. This is the big danger. Let's just remove this one. This is the big danger. See where it started to corrode because of the moisture. This is lack of fluid, lack of brake fluid changes, and now we have problems with this vehicle with noisy brake pumps. Now the brake pumps will have to be removed and rebuilt on this particular vehicle, but because the brake pumps have been in situ for all of their lives, you would expect that the inlet manifold would have to come off, and vice versa. But this is the problems that we face when we get these brake jobs in. Let's pull this one off. Now this one's going to be very exciting because we're going to be able to find inside there, we're going to be able to find, if I just run my fingers around the bottom, that's what we have throughout the braking system. Now the best we can do is flush this system, but it's not going to solve the problems in the long term, because all of this grit and this rubbish and slime, and let me try and see if there's some more in here. Look at this big, nice big piece there. Here, look at it. Let's pull this one up here. Look, it's just full of grime and gunk. This is what's floating around the braking system. This is what gives problems to leveling suspension systems. This is what gives problems to bad braking and bad performance. This is floating around the system, and this now will have to be completely flushed and fluids changed. There's a lot of work when it comes to cleaning all this out, taking the brake pumps apart and cleaning those, and ideally all of the calipers should come off the car and be rekitted. All the lines should be cleaned, but this is costs thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars because the man hours involved. A lot of customers don't want to go that far. They just want to try and make the vehicle, they say, safe, but at the end of the day, once you've got that little bit in your bloodstream, there's no getting it out unless you clean the whole lot. And like I said, it can run into the tens of thousands of dollars. But this is just a quick example why silver shadows are getting quite cheap to buy if they haven't been maintained. And this is a perfect example of a vehicle that has very poor brake maintenance, and something that it's an endless cost, and something you can't quote because you don't know how far you have to go. I hope that shows you a little bit about Rolls-Royce shadows, early shadows, braking systems and suspension systems. And this is just starting at the bloodstream. It's not really getting involved in the pumps, which is the hearts, and at the end of the day, it's the brakes, and brakes stop the vehicle. And it's a 3.5 ton vehicle, and if you can't stop it because of that rubbish, we're in trouble. Anyway, hope that helps.